don't know if this is private property, so there is a chance I may get told to leave. So we originally came the Coyote from over there. And this is, in fact, where I told you that overflow is. But I'm also worried that a hungry coyote could be like right over one of these berms. Cardinal came up. Nope. I gotta lose some weight. I was across here one time and saw this. They used to have a tree house here, I guess, but they got evicted. There was a coyote hunting here earlier. I didn't, I still on the side of wood. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit more focused on that. Like I say, I know there's a hungry coyote. What did I miss? I'll go back there in 1 second. I'm not going to go much. I just want to get beyond this tree area here. See what I see. I don't think coyotes would be so bold as to make a den here, but I know this is someplace where coyotes will den up. There goes homie. And are you talking about the ice on the ground specifically? I wasn't sure about that. So this is where generally I make it on most of my walks. Yeah, most of the stuff on the ground will be frozen. I'll walk over some of it in a second. Sorry about the lack of focus. Like I say, I'm just a little bit less at ease than usual. I didn't notice that tree had that much moss on it before. I may go collect from that. And the other one behind it too. Look at that. That one and the one in the background there. So let's head back. I'm just wondering, where did that coyote? I wonder. No, it's too frozen to find tracks, I think. No, it's not. Those are deer, it looks like, with the points. They come from over there. I've never been that far. Well, I think I've been there maybe once or twice before, but not recently. And this is interesting, just looking at, that's where I'm normally stomping about. Check the chat real quick and then go walk on some ice and break through it. Yeah, the majority of this is all frozen, but like I say, not enough that I'll be able to walk on it. Let's go around here. Man, that wood, I wouldn't do it because it may be treated with pesticides, but some of this stuff looks like it'd be awesome for isopod. I love hearing them call each other. I don't know if you can see that blue jay. What's really weighing on my mind is, and I'm sure you get it as you saw that coyote run out. But like if right now, just as I'm talking, that thing bolted from where it was to come at me, I wouldn't have that long to react. I just find that fascinating. And that's what's kind of on my mind. I'd end up having to be on the news for beating a coyote to death. I love blue jays, man. I want to be mindful on that, my eyes. No, that's one of the reasons I'm bumming. But it is what it is. I struggle a lot with not seeing my kids. So in my divorce, I didn't. It's very ironic. You know more about me than most people, but in regards to that other facet of my life, I didn't want to get divorced. And while I think I'm better off now, my point is, someone else made a decision for me, that being my ex and a judge, that I only get to see my kids half of the time. I never wanted that. I didn't sign up for it. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't, and I don't like being away from my kids. Now, I love it when they're at their mom's. That's their mom. It's their family and all that. But that's separate from the fact that now I don't get to see my kids. I don't like that. I don't want it. But they're also at that age where they're starting to do more things with their friends and all of that, which I understand. So it's kind of just taking all that in stride and balance and trying to find balance in all of that. So it's very unfair, but it is what it is. That went down past my ankle. I'm holding the camera out in front of me in case the coyote attacks. You'll get bit first. love to come and take all this wood, but I'm sure they spray it. In fact, do you want to go? Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go look at the beaver dam, where they dumped all the beaver dam stuff. All this wood you see pretty much stacked here is from where they tore out that beaver dam and dumped it all over here. Which again would be a very good place for a coyote den, with all these stacks and open things in here. Man. So this is the Beaver Lodge graveyard. And that up there is where the beaver den used to be. And they gutted it and dumped all the stuff here. Interesting times. I hear you, woodpecker, taunting me. Now, if I were a coyote, where would I be? Use my same path. Those are deer tracks again. Sorry about that, birds. Oh, hey, blue jay. Yeah, and I want to say it's like 70 or 80% of divorces are filed by women. And then I want to say it's like 60 to 80% of those are not because like you're getting beat or he's beating the children or exploiting you or on drugs. It's because the woman is not happy in the marriage. And that's it. Which is very sad. What birds do we have there? Crows? Yeah. And the big bummer is, so even though my ex and I have what by all means could be considered an amicable divorce, we didn't fight or, you know, sue each other out of existence, I should say. Divorces are never good. You know, the way I see it is, let me see. It's a bummer that right now, my kids, through no fault of their own, can only see one of their parents and will only see me half of their life. That's not the way a child is supposed to be raised or anything. And I don't like it. It's not fair to my kids. And a lot of my life is trying to instill normalcy in them and with them. I see squirrels out there now. No coyote. And it's a lot to be conscious of. And see, those are the things where I don't know. My big struggle, and I was actually talking to myself about this recently, and I want to talk to someone about it because okay, I'm going to hang out here for 1 second. Goodness gracious, what were we talking about? I just found something kind of exciting I want to look at in a minute. What was I going on about? I think I was thinking about how I don't love my kids and how they're annoying or something like that. Oh, that was it. So, my relationship with my parents is different from my kids' relationship to us, their parents. In that my dad was not good. He beat my mom, beat us, yelled at us, berated us, was a drunk, and all of that. But my frame of reference is different because I was never in a position growing up where I had to process what parent is where and who I love and all that. It was very simple. I didn't want to be around my dad. Even if I wasn't around my mom, I wouldn't be around my dad. And so it's new to me. I'm not used. I don't know how to process things sometimes, or I don't know how to empathize with them, or I don't know what they're going through. And them as kids, being 12 years old, the oldest, they don't generally know how to express themselves directly and all that. So it's tough to navigate. But with that, I don't think it's a coyote den, but I am kind of curious as to what's in that hole. It's about the size of a frisbee or a basketball. It could be a groundhog or something. I don't know if I zoomed in. All right. Now, what does worry me is a little bit is, oh, I thought that was it. One of my neighbors planted, I think it's a tree or something, and I thought that was a coyote out there. These copses of trees I know are where they will often tend to frequent. I've also seen the deer up in these areas, and I do feel odd because I don't know if this is private property or not. In fact, I'm gonna go ask that neighbor. Is this private property? I guess they don't even want to talk to me. That's okay. And they turned around and just left. So I don't know. See, if I were them, I would be out here trying to see a coyote, but I think they're just weirded out because I'm here. I've seen the deer and I've seen turkey up in here. Keep my stick out in front. Is this private property? Let's go see what that is, actually. Now it just looks like someone dumped something out there. What I thought it was someone planting a tree or a bush. And actually, real quick, let's look at that. It's freaking awesome. So I don't know if they tried to grow these or just dump them, but not looking very successful. It's interesting. I do say fatherhood has a very negative stigma to it. But as I see kids and as I see the way fathers are with their kids, some of it is merited. I say not everything is clear cut and that simple. And fathers need, I say that very often, fathers need to do better. I think fathers have forgotten that having kids is, like you say, it has to be selfless. You have to struggle, make things harder, go to bed tired, sometimes frustrated, angry, anxious because you got stuff to do. Kids are growing up, getting in trouble. It's not supposed to be easy. I think people want to have kids for the novelty of it and don't realize how important it is, what kind of investment it is. And it makes me sad because me personally, I would love to have more kids. If it wasn't for the divorce and all that, I always say I want to have as many kids as I can afford. And man, I wish I could. I see those geese over there. I hate geese on my side. I normally chase them off. But I think they're over there because there's a coyote over here somewhere. It is kind of interesting looking at this from the opposite side. But also what I meant to say is one time I did see the coyote chasing the deer along here. I mentioned that earlier, and it was kind of right through this area, middle of the day. Coyote. I see a second suckers in the stream. Hello, whoever it is. I mean, a viewer, sorry, not sucker. Let's go check out the crew. See, again, now, normally I wouldn't care, but when I'm out here knowing there's a hungry coyote, that stuff makes me nervous, because if he comes barreling over that hill, I got like a second to react. Stinking coyote. Now that makes it just worth going to this side of the creek. I always marvel at the fact that I never get to see the sun from across the creek. I like watching it reflect off the water. I like when it's very still and so still you can see the reflection of the clouds and the sun and stuff in the water. But I don't often get it from this perspective, and this is nice. Hang out here for a minute. My battery is at 25%, so I got probably about another 20 or 30 minutes before I got to start thinking about heading in. In fact, I may kind of start going back in a moment. Not yet. Geese are over there honking at me. And I apologize about the wind, but that's in God's hands, not mine. I'm gonna go to that next hill right there, and then that'll be it. A lot of deer tracks here though, that's kind of neat. I forgot how heavy this suit gets. We're gonna go in there one day. That day is not today. Life from the other side of the creek looks like this, guys. In fact, I gotta go make that live stream public with the coyotes and their chase. And I think I may edit that part and make a little short video out of it. Yeah, man, I'm getting tired. This, let me see. These suspenders are not the lightest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's an option that I don't know about. But, so I know the default is when you stream it goes private. And I have to set it to unprivate. I don't know if there's an option to not do that or not. But if there is, I haven't found it. It's just the default thing that YouTube does for the reason that YouTube does it. I'm just wondering if I can go across here. I'm just a little hesitant on my phone, but I believe I can do it. And if I don't, you guys will get to laugh at me. I didn't see that message, but I'll check it when I get up out of this. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mess around with it too much with YouTube. I hate it. Man, I am sore. Good for me. One day I plan on, I normally start down there, and I don't, and the park and volleyball court and all that's there. I don't often go down that way. No, I haven't heard that. It's very fitting. But around there, it's a lot more wild. It's a lot more dense. I don't walk it as much, so there's not many paths. That day is not today. Well, maybe I'll go take these off and go. These things are too freaking heavy. Oh yeah, there's my geese. Yep. They normally recognize me by my red hat, but I think they know my stick by now too. I always chase them off with this side. Yep. Just do it now. I'm like you pooping all over my daughter's playground. Go play with the coyote. There you go. That is just freaking awesome. I can't even see it. I saw a message, but hold on. These are the days I wish I could get a good time lapse of those clouds, but that day is not today. Well, the good news is now that these boots are wet, they're a little heavier. Whoever the other mystery viewer is, by the way. Hello, sorry about that. I'm sure you hear that wind. I'll sit down in my seat, chill with you guys a little longer, take a bath, get some food, maybe do a vivarium. Hear that woodpecker again? Jerk, show himself. Always forward. Dude, so in the Marines, Master Sergeant Tone, this little Irish guy who I used to get mad at to this day because he's old, he's a Master Sergeant. He was a little Irish guy, he was probably about 5'8". But Master Sergeant Tone smoked, but he ran 300 PFTs. And when we would go on hikes, like you have your normal gear, your camis, oh, that's just a piece of garbage. Dang it, I thought that was something floating. Rifle, ammo, flak, water, all that junk. And as we would be marching in a straight line for miles and miles, he would be going up and down the formation, the line, running back, hurry up, go, 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 catch up, tighten it up, get in formation, blah. But as he was doing it, you could hear he would keep two 20-pound barbells, not weights, like the cakes that go on the, you know, gym, the bars. And you could hear them just clanking in there as he was running. Like, it was annoying. Like, dude, I'm dying here. And you're just throwing extra weight in your pack. You're like 45 years old. It's embarrassing. But some of those guys just have it. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. In fact, I'm going to take a sip of water. But yeah, I got master tone, man. I have to actually slow down because I don't know, when I go into Marine Corps mode, it's kind of interesting and funny because me talking about Master Sergeant Tone and Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Cedeno now is different than when if I'm talking about Marines. I'm talking about Master Sergeant Tone and Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Cedeno and how they used to tell us to go do all this and really fast. It's like just a different kind of language that you don't understand. And it's just weird how I have to kind of slow myself down because I'm used to saying Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Cedeno more than I'm used to saying Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Cedeno. I don't think I've ever said it like that. I know at boot camp I didn't. Oops. There we go. I was trying to look at the chat and hit hide chat. I don't know what view you guys want. I was debating going down by the creek by we call it the bridge, but I want to sit. Yeah, let's do it. I don't like sitting that much. Oh, I'm a bonehead. What I should have done is gone over there where I saw the coyote for sure. Saw if I could see any tracks, but again, I think the grass and stuff is generally too frozen over and wet to leave any good prints. Let me know if you guys want me to switch the view for you. I'm only going to be probably 5, maybe 10 more minutes. Whew. Before I go in and do my thing. I was actually thinking about streaming some gaming, but I don't think I'm going to do that. My phone's about to die.